Now to Peter Williams in Liverpool, who's an expert in policing terrorism. Thank you very much for joining us. This idea of using a van or a vehicle seems to be the new modus operandi of many of these terrorists. Is it in any way possible to prevent them carrying out these attacks?
Well, as you quite rightly say, John, it is probably the fourth time we've seen this: Nice, Berlin, Westminster, and now this London Bridge, where this method has been used. And there is some provision we can take, which I think viewers to TRT that have visited recently past the Palace of Westminster will have noticed physical measures which have been placed in situ. They are very much anti-terrorism type measures. But I would answer that question directly with drawing on one of your previous correspondents made recently. Prior to this interview, actually, was Eamon Malley from Belfast. And he made the point that it's extremely difficult to prevent attacks such as this in an open society like ours and in a democracy. So whilst some measures can be taken physically, and it's been mentioned as well, the event in Manchester today will see enhanced security. And we can do that in any of these sorts of major public events by enhancing the security and minimising the opportunity for such attacks. But it is extremely difficult to completely prevent them. The way to prevent them is by enhanced intelligence. And it is intelligence that will prevent these attacks in the future. I understand that we were told last week in the wake of Manchester that since the Westminster attacks, the security services have been able to disrupt or prevent 5 or 6 similar attacks in the immediate aftermath of Westminster. That indicates that the intelligence does work, and it is the best method we have of defeating this type of terrorism.
Is there a problem, though, that although you can stop a network perhaps from implementing their plans through the intelligence that you talk about, it's much harder with these so-called lone wolf attacks where it may almost be on the spur of the moment? Yes, but I don't think we should make assumptions yet that this is got the hallmarks of a lone wolf attack. But I take it on board exactly what you say in relation to that. The indications are such as the pattern which we saw at Manchester, that there has no doubt been a network involved in this. Attacks like this, like any other operation, require a certain amount of planning. They require a certain amount of financing. And to take that particular element, the last one, just for one moment, another key weapon we have against the terrorists is to cut off the flow of finance. Now, which has been, obviously, this has been discussed previously. But I accept your point in relation to lone wolf attacks. But in relation to this specific one, I would think it was pretty highly unlikely that that is what we're talking about at the moment. But we do need for the Metropolitan Police investigation to properly unfold before we can make those sorts of judgments. Well, Peter Williams, thank you very much for your analysis of the situation. Thank you for coming onto the programme. That's Peter Williams in Liverpool.